the incredibly wise words of Carl Jung that speak precisely about us. Today we embark on a journey through the remarkably insightful words of Carl Jung that speak directly to each and every one of us. Let's delve into the essence and power of his phrases, crafted by this Swiss psychiatrist, providing you with a profound understanding of your psychology and inner self. These words will equip you with a plethora of tools to confront and navigate your daily life, enabling you to transform your results and ultimately your entire life. Before we dive into today's insights, grab a pen and paper, for the most impactful revelation lies in the last phrase. However, each one I share is potent and worth noting. Now let's commence with today's discourse. Pay close attention, for the instruction today is exceptionally powerful, utilizing unstoppable tools. I hope you're having a spectacular day, radiating growth, expansion, and elevating your life to the next level. Today, we explore the principles of the Voice of Your Soul saga, a spiritual technology with a history spanning over 10,000 years, transforming the lives of millions worldwide. Its unwavering success lies not in the principles, but in the application by individuals. A prominent figure in this saga is the psychiatrist, Carl Jung. Let's delve into Jung's impactful phrases, shedding light on our personalities, human nature, and thought processes with remarkable precision. Prepare to be astonished and, above all, to learn a great deal. In my perspective, Jung stands as one of the most significant thinkers and, despite being a scientist, a metaphysician in the entire history of humanity. I'll gather some of the finest phrases from Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and pioneer in what later became known as psychoanalysis. Essentially, we are going to explore the phrases uttered by Carl Jung, and they will serve as catalysts for awakening consciousness. Take note of each of these phrases because their true transformative power lies in your ability to integrate them into your life. Many of us hear phrases, appreciate them, and might even share them on social media or through messaging apps. However, the profound wisdom of these ancient masters truly influences and transforms us when we adapt and embrace these ways of thinking as our own. As I explain daily on this YouTube channel, the universe is mental, and what you think manifests. When you adopt a certain mindset, you automatically feel and act differently, resulting in a transformative impact on your life. So don't just watch this video. Take notes, reflect on how these phrases and explanations can become a part of your life, and consider how they can truly bring about a positive transformation. Now let's dive into the first phrase, one of my favorites from Carl Jung. He who looks outside sleeps. He who looks inside awakens. This is a fundamental principle that I elucidate in the Voice of Your Soul saga. I often use the metaphor that the world is like a mirror with two faces. On one side, there's the unseen part, the metaphysical quantum world of thoughts, emotions, beliefs, faith, and convictions. On the other side, the reflection, the physical and material world of things, results, and effects. So here's the key insight. The world is a dual mirror. Understanding this duality is crucial. When you look within, awakening to the inner world, you gain insight into the outer world and start influencing your reality. It's a dance between the metaphysical and the physical, thoughts and results, the inner and the outer. Keep this in mind as we delve into more of Jung's powerful phrases and insights. And remember to make these teachings an integral part of your life for lasting transformation. Let's proceed to the next revelation. Causes generate effects. So all of this, the economic level, relationships, health, energy, and vitality, are results, reflections of your various levels of outcomes. What happens when we encounter something here that we don't like? It's not a problem. It's merely a symptom that something is amiss within. When you step out from here to change what's here, automatically what's here changes. For example, if you've read Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, you know the concept. I don't fix my problems, I fix my thoughts. And then, my thoughts fix my problems. You might have experienced this, facing a problem in life when viewed from a low emotional state and a negative thought level. It seems insurmountable. Yet, on a different day, with a fresh perspective, new thoughts, and renewed emotions, the same problem that weighed you down yesterday becomes manageable today. You become unstoppable, solving it swiftly. If you've encountered such moments, let me know in the comments. I love hearing your experiences. This illustrates that it's not so much the problems we face in life, but the mental and emotional state in which we find ourselves. That's why, in the metaphysics of the voice of your soul, I emphasize that higher vibrations dominate lower ones. Problems have low vibrations, but if we, mentally and emotionally, which determine our vibration, are even lower, the problem seems overwhelming. The key is to, upon awakening, change the internal, for by doing so, we change our external reality. As someone rightly said, he who looks outside sleeps. Those fixated only on problems are looking at effects, merely gazing at the reflection, and are completely asleep, hypnotized by the trance of appearances, what the ancients called the veil of Maya, an illusion. On the contrary, when you look within, you automatically awaken to reality, starting to create and realizing the image created by the reflection of the causes that have shaped it. Those effects, shaped by levels of thought and emotions, beliefs, paradigms, unconscious thoughts, and traumas, create problems. Awakening to this inner realm allows you to change the external. For instance, other great masters and thinkers throughout history, like Jesus of Nazareth, irrespective of religious context, advised, "Seek first the kingdom, and everything else will be added unto you." It means prioritizing the internal, and the external will naturally fall into place. Let me know if you resonated with this Jungian phrase. I certainly do. Now, let's move on to another powerful statement. We are all born originals and die copies. Consider the pervasive influence of social pressure, something you've likely felt many times in your life. Here's a straightforward question. Have you ever done something because others, especially loved ones, expected it of you? Conversely, have you ever refrained from doing something you wanted because others expected you not to, or to fit into your environment? If your answer aligns with the pressure to conform, you are, as Jung suggests, born original, but risking the path of becoming a copy. Your soul, or what I call the voice of your soul, constantly communicates your true desires, aspirations, and even guides your decision-making. Often in society, you may find decisions that conform to the expectations of others, yet contradict the yearnings of your soul. Many times, we've made choices against our soul's desires, favoring a conditioned mind that seeks conformity. This conditioned mind over time can lead to an undiagnosed depression, leaving you feeling empty and lacking. When asked what's wrong, you may not have a clear answer, but you sense that something is amiss, that you're not well, having compromised your authenticity for the sake of fitting in. Lost is that joy, gone is that vitality, and you wonder why, despite being physically healthy, you lack energy. It's because true strength doesn't come from the physical, it emanates from the soul's will. When you often deny yourself to fit in with others, something very, very negative happens in your life. You construct an environment that is not authentic. They may love the projection they have of you, but it's not your true self. You do things to fit in, but it's not in harmony with your nature. What happens when one day, as many of us experience, you decide to break free, start listening to the voice of your soul, and make the decisions you should have made all along? Your environment might say you've gone crazy, joined a cult, brainwashed, and that you're no longer as cool or appealing as before. It can be painful enough for many to reconsider and conform back into the mold. However, I tell you, we only have one life to be who we came to be. You have unique gifts, talents, and a significant purpose in this life that's being denied when you deny yourself to be someone you're not. All children are authentic until they're taught they must conform. When children are instructed to fit in, they cease to be themselves to do what society, family, and close friends expect. How many people out there frustrate themselves, not being true to who they are, getting into convenience marriages, pursuing careers dictated by parents, doing jobs just to meet expectations, and staying with friends simply to avoid loneliness? It's better to be alone until you find people who resonate with your authenticity. If you're not authentic, you can't truly fit in. Let me know if you resonate with this reflection. Take notes and consider how you can integrate this into your life. It's not just Jung's insight. It's a reflection I offer for you to apply in your journey. Your life is valuable, especially if you can not just listen to but utilize this teaching. Applying this insight will transform your life forever. Let's delve into the third statement. Even the happiest life cannot be measured without moments of darkness, and the word happy would lose all meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Carl Jung's wisdom shines through here. You can appreciate happiness through comparison. You know you've been happy because you have a benchmark, moments when you weren't. By understanding the opposite, you recognize when you are happy. The contrast is the magic in life. Consider this. After a moment of darkness, light follows. The darkest moment of the night is just before the dawn. Why does this happen? It's our emotions, the principle of polarity explained in the Voice of Your Soul saga. Everything has positive and negative poles. When you're in the negative, the poles are not irreconcilable. You can shift from negative to positive. We value what we lose or are on the brink of losing precisely when we realize its significance. Life is a dance between negative and positive moments. The key is learning from the negative moments, knowing that a positive one will follow, and appreciating the positive moments while understanding that our purpose is not comfort, but growth. Challenges make us larger as individuals. Growth occurs in facing challenges. Positive moments are enjoyed, but challenges serve as the crucible for growth. Embrace the negative moments as stepping stones to the positive ones, viewing them as your universe and soul's training ground to become a much better version of yourself. If you found this lesson valuable, let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe, activate notifications, and hit the bell. This way, I can notify you each time I share new videos. I'm dedicated to helping you understand these principles. Now, let's move on to the fourth statement and see what it unveils. What you accept transforms you. What you resist persists. The Voorhout principle is a basic metaphysical truth. What you resist persists, and what you deny submits. We've just concluded the Unstoppable Intensive event with over 40 countries, representing unstoppable souls from around the globe. One key message I shared is this: you are only as unwell as your secrets. We introduced a powerful technique at the event called Desire to Record and Bleed. It's about breaking neural connections from the past that are trying to protect you. It's about releasing trauma, paradoxically, to free yourself from the past trauma that ails you today. Expressing your secrets is the key to liberation. When you discuss negative things with a confidant, a friend with whom you can openly share, and both of you have the intention to liberate yourselves consciously, the process begins. As you release, the problem loses its emotional intensity. Those who have realized this understand that by expressing the problem repeatedly, it gradually loses emotional intensity and weakens. Once you've removed all the emotion, rationalizing with a solution becomes swift. The challenge lies in the emotional intensity of the problem. It hinders rationalization. By liberating the emotion through continuous expression, you free the problem's grip. This shift allows for a rapid and rational solution, as the emotion no longer takes center stage. So embrace the power of expression. Free yourself from the emotional chains and let solutions flow effortlessly. Your journey as an unstoppable adventurer begins with the courage to speak your truth. Liberating emotion invites the rational mind to step in, a powerful tool that can find any solution. Remember, denying an issue only submits it. Avoiding a problem isn't about sweeping it under the rug. The goal is to face problems head-on. Problems aren't meant to be pondered, they're meant to be confronted. As Jesus of Nazareth, a profound metaphysical teacher, stated, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." He echoed the same wisdom as Carl Jung, expressing that truth liberates and denial submits. Acceptance transforms, and resistance persists. If you have a problem, face it, look it in the eye, be brave, overcome it. Behind every challenge lies a blessing. I've learned in my life that the blessing follows the challenge, and I've never been wrong about it. If you resonate with this reflection, share your thoughts below. Now, on to the next one. I love this one. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of others. Jesus put it similarly, advising us to remove the beam from our own eye before looking at the speck in someone else's. Essentially, he's speaking about empathy, a foundational principle in spirituality and metaphysics. The mirror principle teaches us that what we perceive in others is a reflection, a mirror showing aspects of ourselves we may not accept or are entirely unconscious of. So, when you judge someone else, you're actually pointing at something within yourself. It's a challenging concept, but embracing it leads to profound self-discovery and growth. Understanding your own darkness is the key to navigating the shadows in others and fostering empathy in your journey as an unstoppable adventurer. Acceptance can be challenging, which is why others act as mirrors for us. Relationships, be they personal, professional, familial, or romantic, serve as the ultimate training ground in the universe. Conflicts arise, yet they are soul training exercises. If you can grasp this concept and understand what a person reflects, the qualities they possess that you harbor within but dislike, it becomes an opportunity for growth. When you view someone as an enemy, they are in reality a teacher. Life is brimming with great teachers, those who may have harmed you at some point but, once understood, became your greatest blessings. They offer the gift of elevated wisdom beyond your previous understanding. Embrace the process, seek, analyze, and don't stop until you find. The seeker becomes the finder, and when you do, the revelation is profound. Reign over your universe, your creation. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts below. On to the next one. Everything depends on how we see things, not how they are in themselves. Nothing has meaning on the side of your soul. Everything gains meaning from the perspective you provide. Your soul assigns meaning to everything. Your perception shapes reality. So choose your perspective wisely, for it defines the significance of your experiences in your journey as an unstoppable adventurer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and let's move on to the next insight. Things are not what they are as you interpret them. The same situation can be seen from various perspectives, giving rise to conflicts. A circumstance can be a blessing for some and a curse for others. It's never about the thing itself, but the person's interpretation. It's the rider, not the horse. We often think success depends on having the right horse, referring to circumstances and what we believe will lead us there. But it's never the horse, it's always the rider guiding the horse. You might be born into specific circumstances, in a country with varying economic opportunities, in a family with more or less love, or in a different environment. Each person is unique, and no two individuals are the same. Even siblings in the same family experience different situations. Birth order, family dynamics, and attention allocation all play roles. Circumstances may differ, but it's the interpretation that makes the difference. Consider a story about two brothers from the same father who was an alcoholic, turned to crime, and ended up in prison. Faced with a difficult situation, one brother followed in his father's footsteps, becoming an alcoholic and a criminal. The other, however, chose a different path, rising above the challenges, refusing to be defined by his circumstances. The interpretation each brother gave to their shared past shaped their divergent destinies. So remember, it's not about the circumstances, it's about how you interpret and navigate them. Share your thoughts below, and let's move forward with the next insight. Both brothers ended up getting married and having numerous children. The millionaire created numerous job opportunities, collaborated extensively with the community, and was incredibly athletic, engaging in sports while maintaining a healthy lifestyle. When asked separately how they ended up so differently, despite having the same father, both brothers gave the exact same response. What else could it have been? One brother decided, if my father is like this, I will end up like him. What else could it have been, given the example at home? The other brother thought, thanks to my father, I know what not to do in life. Thanks to you, Dad, I couldn't have been anything else but a successful person in every possible way. Remember, everything depends on how we see things, not how things are in themselves. Nothing has meaning except the meaning you give it, and that's only when you give it. If this reflection resonates with you, leave a comment below, and let's move on to the next insight. Now, let's touch on an often overlooked aspect. Carl Jung is usually credited with profound psychological insights, but he also acknowledged the significance of human connection, particularly sexual relationships. Napoleon Hill, a renowned researcher on wealth, shared insights in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Hill was tasked by Andrew Carnegie, one of the wealthiest men of his time, to study successful individuals. Andrew Carnegie provided contacts such as Thomas Edison, Rockefeller, Benjamin Franklin, and many others. Hill spent the rest of his life unraveling the laws of success. Just as Hill emphasized the importance of sexual connection for overall well-being, he recognized its role as a spectacular form of connection and liberation. So, controlled and conscious engagement in all aspects of life, including relationships, is vital for success and fulfillment. Napoleon Hill uncovered key principles for success, and one of them was the power of transmuting sexual energy. He highlighted that many individuals don't find success in their businesses until around the age of 40 or 45. Why? Because that's when testosterone and sexual hormone levels start to decline. Until then, humans are driven by these sexual hormones, which are potent sources of creative power. However, this power often goes wasted, especially when people fixate solely on the physical aspects of sex, especially in their youth. This energy can be redirected toward a purpose, a vision for life. Hill argued that if individuals harnessed and channeled this sexual energy toward a higher purpose, they would reach their 40s with a spectacular partner, a well-maintained physique, abundant energy, and a guaranteed millionaire business. The transformative impact of redirecting sexual energy toward a higher purpose is a theme seen repeatedly. If you're still figuring out your life's purpose, I recommend checking out my purpose training to help you create that vision. You can find the link below. The power of transmuting sexual energy is crucial. Control it and redirect it toward a higher purpose. If this resonates with you, drop a comment below, and let's proceed to the next insight. Returning to the topic of purpose, someone once said, "Every human life has potential. If that potential goes unfulfilled, then that life has been wasted." Consider all the things you could have achieved in your life, including overcoming current challenges, had you focused on creating the great potential for which you were born. Most people are scattered, but if you can focus, create a purpose, and take it to the next level, every life can shine. You came here to shine, that's the truth. Know it, embrace it. You have everything you need, but you must learn to focus and maintain attention on that potential. All your problems will be resolved as you align with your purpose. If you resonate with this, leave a comment below, and let's move on to the next insight. The next insight emphasizes that we shouldn't try to understand the world solely through intellect. Being a scientist himself, he acknowledged that intellect is only part of the truth. Those who are overly rational and intellectual may be missing out on the incredible worlds of spirituality and emotion, realms much larger than the intellectual world alone. The human psyche is a complex tapestry, and limiting oneself to intellectual understanding overlooks the vast spiritual and emotional dimensions. Carl Jung speaks of a tripartite existence, an inseparable union of the body, emotions, and intellectual thought. In my training, I refer to this as the three minds: the physical mind, the mind of thoughts, and the spiritual mind. Transformation, according to Jung, involves considering emotions alongside the body and intellect, Understanding and connecting with these three aspects, the physical, emotional, and intellectual realms, unlocks a profound level of consciousness. It allows you to tap into the spiritual world, the world of thoughts and emotions, and your own body's wisdom. Reaching this level of understanding, connecting with the spiritual world, thoughts and emotions, and understanding your body's wisdom, liberates you from being a victim or slave to pills or history for health. It's about comprehending the body and allowing it to function optimally. If you resonate with this, share your thoughts below, and let's move on to the next insight. Now let's explore a powerful concept from Carl Jung. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. This idea suggests that until you become aware of what resides in your unconscious, those patterns will govern your life, and you might label it as destiny. All the patterns causing problems in various aspects of life, economics, poverty, health, relationships, divorces, are programmed within. You are not destined, you are programmed. Changing the programming fundamentally alters your destiny. To reprogram, you must make the unconscious conscious. Imagine a tree with fruits above. These fruits represent the issues in your life. However, the roots, unseen below, are where these issues originate. To change your destiny, you must reprogram by making the unconscious patterns conscious. This insight holds tremendous power. If you appreciate this wisdom, let me know in the comments. This concludes the insights, and I hope you found them valuable and thought-provoking. That the unseen part is creating the visible, but the visible makes us aware of the unseen. So what you are conscious of, your problems, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, are not really the problem. They are symptoms. Your problems are making you unconscious of the real issue within you. Poverty issues, for instance, are not about lacking money. They are conditioning problems related to money. They are negative and limiting beliefs about money that make you feel and act in a certain way regarding everything related to it. And that's why you don't have it. If you change the belief, your feelings change, your actions change, and your reality changes. The same applies to relationships. If you can learn to think like someone who has promising and extraordinary relationships, you will unconsciously think, feel, and act like those individuals. You become them. The key in life is programming yourself because, as Aristotle said, we are creatures of habit and animals of custom. You create your habits first, and then your habits create you. Habits are formed through repetition, first in thought, then in behavior. If you can change that, you can completely alter your destiny. And that concludes our journey into the fascinating world of the law of attraction. Thank you for watching. To receive a very powerful ancient technique to attract abundance, visit the link in the description of this video, and don't forget to subscribe.